the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be completing that and then doing winterization and pump downs. One thing worth noting, it's been a goal for a long time, and utility department's really been working hard along with the building department on this, is getting 100% communications with all water meters in our system, and we've finally completed that over the course of, it's actually been quite a challenge. Hurdles with technical and getting into people's houses and doing this. So 100% communication as of Friday.
So everybody how easy it is to run the utilities.
Oh, yeah. Other than that, I mean, work orders, we do have a couple hydrants that we're waiting for parts to be fixed, and then work orders, there's 11 hydrants painted, so we're just trying to catch up on some stuff as summer winds down.
Okay. All right, thank you very, very much.
Why is our water loss still so high?
24%, I mean, we keep on.
That should be down to 15, 10.
And
For as much money that we put in these water lines and pay you guys, I think that it shouldn't be at 24.
well, we've done water studies, water leak detections twice. The second one came back with no leaks found. So we're continuously investigating this issue. I mean,
Why did it take you guys 6 months to come to this board and tell us about the leak?
we are not billing, we're operation and maintenance. So
You give a report. and
I do give a
If you
report.
knew that there was leakage 6 months prior, it should have came to the board.
They came to
It was
the
a
board.
year and a half before you guys found the leak.
Unfortunately.
Don't
that's
tell
not
me no.
so,
David had to get up here and tell you how to fix it.
Is that all you
Yes.
have?
That's all.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thanks,
James.
James.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. All right, moving on.
Brian,
Supervisor,
make a motion to approve.
make a motion to approve the utility report is given.
I'll second.
All in favor?
No.
Okay, supervisor's report. DT is gonna start installing the lights on Willow Road and the intersections only starting October 28th. A couple days ago, I got a call from Keith on Judd Road that he noticed somebody was pumping water out of Paint Creek. And so he made a couple calls to some agencies. I called the road commission, drain commission, and state police. And the drain commission came out and they checked out what they could. And the state police said they can't do anything because we don't have any enforcement here to really do anything. And the road commission, after going through all this, it turns out this company, they sprayed the seed into the ditches where they dug out for grass to regrow. And then today, we caught 2 more today, Roy and I, unmarked trucks doing the same thing. But what I'd like to hopefully have or get done, anybody that comes out of township to do any kind of work at all, they need to come to the hall, let somebody know what the heck's going on, because of the calls that you get when you see strange vehicles out like this. And then, you know, we don't have any recourse because just like he said, how do we know they weren't contaminating something? And, which is true. But to take water out of the creek like that, you can't do that, you can't do that. So that was that, and then Keith gave me a call today, somebody dumped a big pile of garbage, or wood in that. They cleaned it up, right, Keith? Yeah, called the road commission, they sent out a truck, and because it was in the road, that's the only way they deal with it. If it was off the side of the road, then we have to. Between that and some of the other things that we got going on when it comes to the roads, they've been doing a lot of ditching on Bunton, and that's continuing throughout the township that we approved back in January. And so that's really about all I have for now. So I make a motion to accept my report as given.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, the sirens? Why don't you bring that back next thing, I have more information. and we can
Okay.
do it. What was it at?
So, we are heavy into the
Okay.
general election right now. The election is November 5th. We've received ballots, tested the AV machines, are in the process of testing all the machines. We've issued over 1,600 permanent absentee ballots and are issuing AV ballots as they come in, as people are requesting them. We got our new tabulator that was approved at the last meeting, and we're planning to use it in the upcoming election. Early voting will start on Saturday, October 26th, and it will run through November the 3rd. And it's at the Freight House in Ypsilanti, and then also at the Learning Center, Washtenaw County Learning Center out on Hogback in Washtenaw. You can vote there as well for 9 days prior to the election. We also received we got our trailer, our new election trailer. Thank you to the deputy supervisor and my election manager for picking it up for us. And they'll be installing shelves and preparing it for use in the November election. The audit and the annual disclosure statements have already been filed with the state. And once again this year, we're one of the first communities to have completed our filings with the state of Michigan. That's very exciting. Augusta Woods update. So Belinda sent this to everyone. So she had invoiced Augusta Woods $31,500. She wants the board to be aware what transpired since April 1st of 2024. She had been unable to obtain an accurate list of mobile homes issued certificates of occupancies from the assessor or Washtenaw County. The list provided to the assessor had stated there were 0 mobile homes that had been issued certificates since April 1st of 24 in Augusta Woods. As a result of her own personal disbelief, she provided the zoning compliance officer with a list of addresses that Augusta Township had not been paid for water and sewer hookup in Augusta Woods. Augusta Township zoning officer took the time to drive through the mobile home park and identified 21 mobile homes that had been invoiced for water and sewer fees totaling $31,500. It is unfortunate that we're no longer able to rely on Washtenaw County for accurate data. The 0 mobile home certificate of occupancies prevented us from invoicing Augusta Woods for several months. So now they have been invoiced, everything they owe us. So I think that's it.
Okay.
So I would make a motion to approve warrants 27645 through 27699.
Second. Susan?
Yes.
David's absent. Debbie?
You're awful tongue-tied.
No, hey, a lot going on. Go on, your turn. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, Linda?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Shelby, yes. Kim?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, make a motion to accept the clerk's report as given.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Treasurer, go on,
Kim,
Susan.
wait a minute.
What?
Kim, do they have their water going in those new,
Yes, water and sewer.
and they don't have
A certificate of occupancy, well, they probably do, but the county didn't, they sent us 0 reports for several months. So, but we've rectified it with our records.
Okay.
Okay, your turn, Susan.
So I emailed the cash summary report and investment report to the board as required. We also completed tax collection for our summer taxes. So it's quite busy until the due date. But that's completed. I also, some interesting things I learned at the Washtenaw County Treasurers meeting this morning. There was some ideas from other townships. One from Ypsilanti Township, they have employed a QR code that they put on their tax bill. And what this does is they've been able to work with BSNA, which is our software that we use for our tax module for our accounting. What that will do is for people that pay online, that QR code will take them right to the online payment. They can pull it right up on their phone and they can pay their taxes right through that you know, get right to the online billing. And I've heard that, well, she reported that the app that they use for that is very user-friendly. It works really well, so that might be something we look into, because we do have people that do pay online, and a lot of people use their phones, they're not at a computer, and they could use their phone to go right to that website to pay their tax bill,
How much does it cost for that?
or to put a QR code on there.
No, for people to be paying their bills online, because I know that you charge extra for that.
So we don't charge extra for that. BSNA charges for that to be able to process. So to that point, well, they have either a flat fee for ACH, or it's a 3%, I think, of what the bill is. You can pick which way you want to go on that. But to that point, I was going to say my second item here is, I'm actually talking to a vendor, an outside vendor right now that can do this processing for us with no fees at all. But the issue is because BSNA developed this online screen, if you will, or link, you know, they charge us these fees to go to process the payments. But it also imports right into BSNA's, which is what we want, because it's automatic. Otherwise, we'd have to do a manual process. So I'm not so sure that this outside vendor this will work for us, but I just want to let you know I'm looking into it. I got a phone call. I said, hey, I'll check it out and see. So if it does, it's a possibility that we could get something to pay online that would not charge any fees. But it has to work with our BSNA software somehow. And then the last thing is, I'm continuing to work on the email billing for our utility bills. So I know we sent out a little note in the utility bill. Some people didn't know what that was, or they were questioning what it was. I did not want to spend a lot of taxpayer money making a big fancy notice, but perhaps I could have made it a little more clear, you know, but the option will still be out there for people to either add their email address or phone number, just so we have better contact information, if that's, you know, if you want it just for the app, which is always helpful, because quite frankly, Marcia, who is our billing coordinator, does a very fine customer service in that she's always looking at iron water, and if she notices residents that have a leak, you know, there's abnormal usage, she has called residents and said, hey, I've noticed this in BSNA, you might want to check to see if you have a leak. And that's not customer service that, you know, I don't think a lot of places might normally give, but that's something we do, or she does, for the utility billing. And it's nice to have a phone number, you know, so we can call people, or an email that we can let you know if we see something abnormal. And a lot of that information does come out when I produce the water bills. We do run reports for abnormal usage and abnormal billing when bills are really high. So we check through all that every time that we produce water bills. So we can follow up when we see that on those reports. That's another way where we see that. We might call somebody and say, hey, you know. So it's just good that we have your contact information. But the other thing is you know, to take advantage of this email billing that we're gonna try to implement. And I imagine it won't be a lot at first, but I really hope people might take advantage of that, just to save postage and to, you know, just make sure you get your bill rather than going through the post office, which I said last board meeting, they're pretty good, but you know, it's just another avenue where your bill could get, you know, get lost, you know, or not get delivered, so. But anyway, that's what we've been working on in in my office, so.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as given.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Assessors report is in the packet. Make a motion to accept the assessors report as given.
Second.
All
I
in
just wanna
favor?
add to that, the board of review meeting will be December 10th.
Okay. Farmland preservation.
Okay, let me get. So we had, so we had a meeting, or we finally had our quarterly meeting. So the main points were is we actually, okay, so, let's see. So from our mailing that we sent out to the bigger parcels in our township explaining our farmland preservation easement program, we actually now have 2 people that are interested in it, which we're kind of excited about. So one person came to our meeting who we gave information to, and we're also trying to get a hold of this other guy to meet with him. His schedule's a little bit tricky because he's working kind of weird hours, but we already sent him information and application and our ordinance through the email, so he has some initial information. But the 2 big things were, of course, we were tasked with talking about an agricultural district. And the planning commission had reviewed it and had a number of questions, and so they turned back to the farmland board because we were the ones that first raised the question to them. So we had a really nice discussion. I thought it was very interesting. Wendy was there. She came to give her thoughts, and it was very interesting to me because, you know, we all have our own opinions, but yet when you hear when I heard everybody's opinion, everybody had a different perspective and, you know, just different thoughts about it. And you look at it from your own perspective, and it really opened up, for me personally, opened up my insight into, you know, just how people think about our open space here, about our farmland, about development, you know, what the expectations are. And so, for us, it was quite a long meeting. We usually finish in half an hour, and I think we went for an hour and a half because it was a very good discussion. So we decided in the end that we would like to form a committee, and I do have a motion here to do that. And this is just, again, it's a committee just to continue the discussion. It's not to decide anything or to do anything, any actions or anything like that, but it's just to continue the discussion. And I really think with this agricultural district, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of different opinions on it, and I think it's gonna take a while to, you know, kind of skinny it down to, you know, what we might wanna do with it, but I'm not sure, so we'll have to see where it ends up. So, before I read the motion, I would just like to finish the board meeting. So, the second thing is Jeff Briggs. I'm so sorry I forgot to bring pictures, but Jeff Briggs did share with us pictures of installing the sign at the Salters farm for the land that they preserve, and it looks really cool. It's nice. Actually, if you go down Tuttle Hill, north of Judd, go that towards Willis Road, you should see it on the right-hand side, and it's kind of off on their driveway, so you can see it from the road. We will put it up on the website. We'll put on the farmland link, and we may just put just a picture on our front page because I think it's so cool looking and it's really nice. So we have a big thanks to Jeff for installing the sign. He helped, well, and the Salters also helped. They all put it together. So that was the other thing we talked about. So with that, I do have a motion. As many times as I start my papers here, it's like,
I was looking for mine too.
It's like, what am I doing? Okay, there is, okay. So I have a motion. I have a motion to form an agricultural district committee comprising of 6 members to serve for a maximum of 3 years. Members will include 2 farmland preservation members, 2 planning commissioners, and 2 Augusta Township residents. The purpose of the agriculture district is to continue gathering and analyzing the possibility of creating a new agricultural district in Augusta Township. The AD committee will provide results and recommendations to the Augusta Township Planning Commission for discussion and/or approval.
I'll second.
Susan?
We have discussion?
Yeah, okay, all right, what the heck, all right.
What we usually do.
What, yeah, that, we don't have an agricultural district now, is what you're saying.
We have a residential, agricultural, everything is that right now. There is no reason to separate this out.
So we.
What's the benefit to separating it out? Or having?
That's not the whole picture.
Go ahead.
So we have an agricultural district defined in our master plan,
Mhm.
but we do not have it defined in our zoning. So the question that we put to the planning commission is you have it in our master plan, but you're talking about an agricultural district, but we don't have anything zoned in our township
Okay.
as an agricultural district. So what do we do here? So you either change the master plan, you take it out, or you develop an agricultural district. So they talked about it, they went through all our zoning, and they had a lot of questions because of what we do have is agricultural / residential. So it raised a lot of questions, and they said, to the farmland board, they said, can you give us more information, what you were thinking? Or give us more information for direction that we can go on this. So that's what we discussed at this last meeting. We were discussing all the different angles about it. And we decided that we couldn't just decide that, take it away or define it. So we decided, and we brought this up to the planning commission too, or did we, or about the committee? I think, yeah, we did, yes, during the board meeting. And they thought that was a good idea, or they were okay with it. They said, yeah, that'd be a good idea to maybe have a discussion on it, so.
To me, it's just a different way to raise taxes, to segregate out the agriculture from the residential, because it's all agricultural residential. I can farm on my property, other people can farm on their property. Why segregate it out?
That's
How
not,
would it raise taxes?
that's not the question.
Well,
That's
nothing to do.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out, the wood will figure out a way to raise taxes.
So,
Yeah,
so,
let's just
so,
throw
you'll
as much
figure it
as
out.
we can to see what sticks on the wall with the garbage truck.
Wood Hill has nothing to do with this, Debbie, nothing. This
Wood
is-
Hill's
this is-
controlling this township
No,
here.
it's not.
So it's, okay,
Yeah.
well, hold
We're
on,
moving
hold
on.
on, hold on, hold on.
This is.
No,
All right, so it's just,
No, I
so you
wanna-
just want a committee just to explore this,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
board still has the final
Yes,
decision.
but I want to make this clear because Debbie is saying things to the public that's not true.
Oh, really?
Wood Hill does not have anything to do with this here, this agricultural district. It is
All about the money, Susan.
between the planning commission and the board, okay? That's it.
Okay, I'm calling the
All
vote.
right.
Susan?
There's no reason. for
Susan?
this.
Yes or no?
Is discussion done?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
Susan, yes or no?
Yes.
David's absent. Debbie?
No,
Linda?
Yes.
Chris?
Nope.
Shelby, yes. Kim?
Yes.
Moving on. Planning
Wait a
Commission.
minute.
You're welcome, I'm sorry.
There's another part to this.
Go ahead.
So, a motion to obtain pricing from Carlisle Wortman to provide continued analysis as stated in the agricultural district audit.
Okay. All right, you done?
That's my motion.
Your motion?
I'll second it.
Okay. Susan?
Yes.
David Hall's missing. Debbie?
nope.
Linda?
Yes.
Chris? Shelby, yes. Kim?
Yes.
All right, Planning Commission. David Hall's not here, but I got somebody even better. Robert, can you speak to Planning Commission?
I
What?
got it.
You got it? How dare you do that to me? You sneak.
She's
Anyways,
not on the planning.
doesn't matter, she's still repping. Go ahead, go on, Linda.
Let me
Have
make
at it.
this clear, I am not on the planning commission.
Yeah,
I am only
I
gonna
just-
read you what the planning commission discussed.
Yeah.
I cannot answer questions
yeah,
about something at the planning commission,
Go ahead,
that
Linda.
is your disclosure.
yeah, go ahead, Linda, have at it.
At the planning commission that I was not at,
Okay,
on September 18th. The business was, there was a list of farmland preservation applications that were all for one landowner. There were 7 of them. They were all approved. Renewable energy ordinance discussion. The township current solar ordinance was revised and included battery storage installation. The commission reviewed a wind ordinance from Carlisle Wortman where changes were recommended. The commission requested updated copies of both ordinances from Carlisle Wortman by the end of September. The township has final approval over any installations under 50 miles wide, I assumed it is, and anything under 50 miles wide. Could have the state of Michigan making final decisions. They also discussed the compatible renewable energy ordinance, also known as CREO. The discussion was the planning commission drafted a resolution to maintain local control over solar, wind, and battery storage installations, along with short-term rentals and sand, gravel, and mining. Should the BOT vote to approve the resolution, the planning commission requests that it be sent to the Washtenaw County government, the state government including, but not limited to the governor, the attorney general, our state senator, and our state representatives. And it looks like that, unless I missed something, was the highlights. We're done.
okay,
So I would make a motion to approve the planning commission report.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Urban County.
Wait 1 second,
Go
Brian.
on.
So I also want to make a motion to approve the farmland preservation board report.
No, I thought I did, all right. All in favor?
You second, Brian?
Yeah, all in favor?
Yeah.
Okay,
Aye.
Urban County,
Don't have anything.
nothing, good. I make a motion to accept her, don't have anything. I'm kidding, hey, it's late. All right, code enforcement report, it's in the packet. So I make a motion to accept that report that Roy put in there.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, now Debbie brought up something to me about the sirens. Do you have anything on the sirens, Kim?
No,
Nothing? Okay,
Well, I would like to make a motion that we have a county manager that goes through and they do the tornado sirens. Yes, Kim, you do have the information because they had to do it on the fire station. They will go through and they will locate wherever the tornado sirens need to be in the township and put them in accordingly. They go for $28,000 apiece. Can I get a second?
So-
I'll
What the
second.
motion is, what we're
I know,
voting on.
I missed the motion, and I'm not sure, so,
Can we have a discussion? I want to make a comment on this, please.
all right, go ahead.
So Debbie, you did a study on this a while back, and actually the building committee we had brought it to everybody's attention about these sirens. And we didn't pursue it because we knew the cost on this, and that wasn't our
That was just,
hey,
Let her finish,
listen.
let her, please.
That wasn't our task, and anyway, but we brought it up that we uncovered this we just had one siren. So you brought it up later, and you were tasked with a study on it. You did, you went out, you found out how much it was and this and that, but you recommended that because of the cost, that we receipt and file it, that you didn't want anything further done on this because of the cost. So why are you bringing it back now to do it, when that was your report?
Because
and
we
your-
have the money to do it,
With
and
what?
it hasn't been taken care of in 50 years. And for us to have one tornado siren on a fire station
so
is
what line,
totally
what budget
absurd.
line are you taking it from?
Pardon?
What budget line are you taking it from?
We can take it from the ARPA money.
So what's your motion?
The motion is to have that company come in from the county and locate where where we need tornado sirens and have them put them in.
Okay,
How much does it
discussion.
cost?
$28,000 per siren.
How
No,
much does
I
it cost?
wanna know, where's the paperwork and all this, cause if we're talking all the time about how things are brought
I
and we
can
don't
get-
have
I can
time
get the
to do it,
paperwork.
then I guess we table this because you brought nothing.
Excuse me.
And the
but-
tape
Matter of
company
fact-
is the
Hold it,
same.
hold it, no fighting, no
Susan
fighting.
and
I'm
Kim
not, I just
already
pointed
have
it
the
out.
paperwork on
Okay.
it.
All right, then,
What? We
all
do
right.
not have the paperwork.
Yes,
I don't
you
know
do.
what you're referring to.
Well, if Susan investigated it for the fire station, she has the company, and I can go ahead and get the company
So-
information and hand it to you tomorrow if you
Okay.
will answer the phone, Kim.
Okay, all right,
So-
then you know what? Hold it, stop. This is gonna be tabled until the next board meeting where there's more time to gather information. I'd like to know how much it costs to have this person come out and survey.
It's $28,000.
No,
No,
not,
I'm
no.
telling you
I'm
what he
talking about
told
the
me.
person, to have him come out and do this survey. I
Yes.
know the cost of the equipment, what's it cost him to come out and do it?
It's $28,000 per siren. They come out, they locate where the sirens need to come into the township.
And they do that for free? That's his question.
It
What
costs
does it cost?
$28,000 per siren to locate them.
Okay, all right, I think everybody's kind of missing what I'm trying to ask.
No, I think I got it.
Okay. What I'm saying is to have this individual person come out to do a survey
from
in
the
the
county.
township. Oh, the county?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Who do I contact?
I think I got it.
Derek Jackson.
All right,
So it's a vendor that the county
Hires.
works with, and that's the only vendor that they will approve to work with to put in these sirens.
okay.
Right.
Then I'll make contact with this tomorrow to find out.
But
We'll bring it back to next board meeting, okay? All right, I'm calling
So-
public comment.
okay.
I'm
So what
calling
is
public
the
comment.
motion to table?
Table it until next board meeting with better information.
Any information.
Okay. All right, I'm opening up public comment at 8:08. Anybody? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Okay. You're up, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, I just wanted, I'm sad that both Rail Splitter and Vic are gone, because the comment I just wanted to make, because from the planning commission standpoint, it felt like Vic was saying, well, the planning commission approved this in July and August, right? And I just want to go on the record by saying, the advice we were given was it had to be approved because of the consent judgment, okay? So, majority of the people on the board that have been involved, because I'm the newbie on the commission,
Yeah.
so, but those that had to go through all of that mess beforehand, you know, they primarily voted yes for it because of the direction that we were given. To your point, Deb, there's minimal tax benefit to this township.
That's
The
right.
majority of the tax benefit goes to the county, and all of the power generated from those farms has been sold to Lansing. Lansing has created their own municipal light and power within that city, just like Ann Arbor is kind of, they're talking about doing now, and that's where the power is going.
It-
Um,
It's